happening, Mom had figured out that I wasn't there. And I don't know the details of this because I wasn't there for it, but I can only imagine the shenanigans and arguments and things that happened there because, you know, why weren't you watching him? Why weren't you watching him? How could this happen? How could you let this happen? Yada, 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 right? Ultimately, they called the police and reported me missing, which was a serious thing. So, as I'm walking down the sidewalk here, a cop car pulls up next to me, and the officer steps out, and he's just very nice, and he's like, hey, are you Cameron? Yeah. Oh, we've been looking for you, son. Here, why don't you go into the back of the car, and I'll go and take you to your folks. Oh, okay, alright. So I'm sitting in the back of this car, and I'm all freaked out because I'm like, I'm in the back of a cop car. Bad people are in the back of cop cars. Am I a bad people now? Not even really thinking about the situation. I'm just like, oh, this is not where... I'm supposed to be in the front seat. That's where the cops are, not the back seat. Oh, no. Right? And I'm keep trying to, like, tell the poor officer who's, like, reporting shit on his radio and, like, driving. I'm trying to tell him, like, sir, pardon my officer, I'm supposed to be in the front seat. I am not a bad boy. I'm supposed to be in the front seat. We drive all the way to my grandma's house because that's where everyone had reconvened. And I step out of the thing and immediately Mom, like, I could see the look of relief on her face and then it turns into fucking rage. Because it's like, why weren't you with everyone, you son of but I'm so glad you're home, but you know. The other time
I did not know that.
Yeah, that happened.
So that's another, in the cop car story I can add to the list.
That's another in the cop car story. The other one was I was on the fucking, I believe it was the tire swings. And I was being spun real fast. I do mean real fast. Like so fucking fast, I couldn't make out anything that was happening. And the force of it all was pinning me actually to the back of the tire. And as it was kept going, I was trying to slip out of it because I didn't want to be on the swing anymore, but I wasn't, you know, saying that I didn't want to be on the swing. Eventually, I freed enough of myself that I was no longer in the swing.
Uh-huh.
Woo! I get launched, and I go fucking flying. I'm in the air, I'm doing the whole arms flailing and legs flailing shit, and when I go up, I end up angling. And I land head first right into the ground of the play park at the elementary school. Thing is, this was before the time when we were using bark and shit. This was hard gravel.
Uh-huh.
So when my head came in contact with it, with all that force of me slamming down, I got a rock embedded in my fucking skull.
Yeah. I remember, because instead of, like, I don't know, putting a rag on your head, they just brought you home just bleeding.
Yep, they just brought me home just bleeding.
Like they didn't touch you at all.
No, there was a paper towel on my head.
Was it really? Didn't seem like it.
Because there was, you want to know why I remember that? Because I remember pulling the paper towel off my head, being like, what's this here? And seeing a bunch of blood, and also seeing some green on it, being like, what's green?
Yeah, I remember the green. I remember the green. I didn't know what the fuck that... I still
don't know what that green is.
I still don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know either. That's the second most irresponsible thing a caregiver has ever done. The first was at our daycare.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you remember this? So it was another one of those times when we were there, because our families worked, like, super early, I'm guessing. That's the only thing I can fathom for this. Because we were always at daycare.
When you walked into the board.
Yes, so when we were at the daycare, we're always at the daycare at, like,
I remember this because I dodged it and you did not.
Uh-huh. It's like, again, 4 in the morning. We're being dropped off to this place as kids.
It was like 6.
It was before
we were the first ones. We were the first people there, and because there was only one person there, they couldn't leave us there alone. So we had to follow
Let me tell the story.
Oh, sorry.
Let me put my flare on it, boyo.
Okay.
So yeah, we were there super early. We're fucking tired as shit. And as he said, there was only one caretaker there. And because there was only one caretaker there, they couldn't leave us on our own. Because they had to make sure we weren't doing anything stupid or getting ourselves hurt, because we were dumb kids. In particular, we were dumb kids who were at ends with the caregivers, specifically me, because they did not like me.
Yeah, for some reason.
I was always on their shit list at all fucking times, right? It was awful. That being said, whenever there was a goddamn challenge, who was the one who always did it? Well, I was always the last man out. It was great. But anywho. So, we go over to the, like, nursery that they have for really little kids. And they're there doing something. I don't remember, but I do remember that they were in the middle of doing construction for a new, like, playground. And so, they had a truck there that had a bunch of 2x4 sticking out of it. And so, when we went there initially, it was whatever. We were walking, like, in front of it, so it wasn't a problem. When we were coming back, however, I think the lady did shout to us, hey, watch out for the boards or something. And I believe that as they were saying this, you had ducked under it. I heard their voice. I'm like, what? What were you saying? It's super early. I'm goddamn tired. I'm not really paying attention. So when I swing my head over to see what they were saying, I am met in the face with the corner of a 2x4 piece of wood. Whack!
Yep.
Fall back on my ass. Ouchies. Because I had essentially just headbutt a piece of 2x4. And I didn't, like, my head hurt like a motherfucker. But I didn't really understand the extent of the damage. As that bit there had cracked my face wide the fuck open.
Yeah, right between your eyes.
Right between my eyes. And so they pull me into their bathroom. And they are trying to figure out how to take care of this. They're panicking and shit like that. I'm crying. I'm bleeding everywhere. It's, again, early in the morning. So they're, like, covering my face in ice and a rag. Not even trying to put any, like bandages. They don't even clean the wound or anything like that. And they end up getting in contact with our mom, who comes back around to come and pick us up because I'm seriously injured. I end up going, I think we go to the doctor, and the doctor doesn't give me any stitches or anything like that. I think they just put, like, bandages on me. I genuinely think it was just Band-Aids that was over my face once it was all cleaned up, right? And so, for a long while, I had this big old gash in my face that was slowly healing. When it was all, like, mostly healed, there was a scar right on the top center of my head in the shape of a 7, from where the corner of the 2x4 had hit.
Yep.
So I had my own Harry Potter, like, mark, essentially.
Yep, I remember that.
Fun, stupid stories. Do you remember when we were hanging out with those trailer park kids and we were all gathering up on that fucking fort thing that was over at the park for some reason? And we're all climbing to the fucking top of it and jumping off like idiots?
I remember a lot of shit going on in that part.
Yeah, I remember doing that especially, and I remember how much that fucking sucked landing.
Yeah.
Because we were all landing full flat-footed. We weren't trying to roll with it or anything. Just landing with our feet. Letting the whole force of gravity in our bones take the shock of us landing there. I also remember constantly watching the playground equipment at that trailer park degrade over time. And slowly pieces of it were being removed because it was rusting out and becoming dangerous.
I think about that every time we go over there. Looking at that park and just seeing what's left.
There's like nothing.
No, there's like nothing.
Like, they don't even have, like, the basketball hoops anymore.
Nope.
Alright, guys. It's 12:09. I think I'm fucking done.
Okay,
Damn
let
it.
me land somewhere first.
You distracted me too much. I couldn't quite get this finished.
It's fine. I think we did plenty enough today as it is. I need to, have some downtime, please. Thank you.
Yeah, plus
I'm not gonna close out of the ship, but I am gonna see about ending the stream. Thank you guys for coming out. I do appreciate it. Tomorrow I'm gonna be doing Dokapon. I'm actually gonna go and raid Sylaps, who is streaming right now. He's doing Minecraft hardcore with a bunch of friends and stuff like that. So go and give him some love. Go and give him some appreciation. And yeah, next week is the start of Waifu Month, so that'll be something fun to look forward to. And the week afterwards is birthday. But until then, I hope you all stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to wash your hands. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.